Game. Will it be Virat Kohli and the Royal Challengers Bangalore, or will it be the Sunrisers Hyderabad? There is a battle brewing in Abu Dhabi, and we have one brewing in our studios as well. Get ready for this. The world famous southpaw Brian Lara gears up along with Ashish Nehra to support Sunrisers Hyderabad today.
And in the Royal Challengers Bangalore team, we've got the legendary, the king of knockout punch, Brett Lee, and supporting him, Irfan Pathan.
All right, boys. Keep it clean. We want a good, clean fight, all right?
Yep, let the battle begin. 3, 2, 1.
Float like a butterfly.
Get in there.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Where's he? Sing like a bee. Come on, come on.
But Ashish, the SRH boys are looking so good, aren't they?
You can see, we both are in the same outfits.
And this fight is heating up, and we also have a very intense fight coming from Abu Dhabi today as Kohli's Bangalore take on Warner's Sunrisers Hyderabad. RCB have made it to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. How did they make it? Here's looking at their journey.
He's been back at his best, David Warner, and that is a good sign for the Sunrisers, and that is exactly what they'll want from him as well. He's got 6 seasons now in a row where he's got 500 plus runs in the season.
It's a big day. David Warner has certainly been on target when it comes to the Dream 11 IPL, but will he be on target taking on his fellow Kiwi Kane Williamson?
Hit a read.
He knows what's expected. So I'm not surprised. I think that he has performed tremendously, and I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with tonight.
SRH are going to be hoping for an inspired spell from Jason Holder this evening, but this is a do-or-die clash between these two teams, RCB and Sunrisers Hyderabad in Abu Dhabi. What conditions can we expect? Let's find out in our Dream 11 pitch report. You got to make the most of it, but everyone's going to be eyeing this crucial toss because the goal is to win, and it is, of course, to chase. This is a must-win encounter for both these sides, RCB and Sunrisers Hyderabad. Don't go anywhere, the toss is on the other side.
Up his scoring rate and scores brilliantly, and that's what everyone has to forget about. Well, he does this, he does that, that's his record, that's the record. He's a big game player. This is a massive game. He should bat through the rest of the team back around him. That's how they build their biggest score.
Yeah, and then when you take a look at SRH, just the one change, unfortunately a forced change,
of course, is Sandeep Sharma. He's taken the most Virat Kohli dismissals in the IPL at 7 times. So this is our key battle. Super V taking on Sandeep Sharma.
times he's got Super V, including in that last encounter as well, driving on the up. What is it about Sandeep Sharma? I know he moves the ball both ways, but what is it about him that actually troubles Virat Kohli, do you think, Brian, and how does he get the better of him tonight?
Well, I think he reminds me of one of our Doug.
And we had Virat Kohli talk about how the senior players in the RCB setup need to step up. It doesn't get more senior than AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli. How will SRH handle the threat of this devastating duo? It is our Sahiha game plan with Scott Styris.
Ready.
Thanks for that, Scotty. Now, when we look at that RCB batting lineup, Devdutt Padikkal, that's the name that stands out time and again. He's shunned for RCB. He's going to be so crucial at the top, isn't he, today, Brian?
Yeah, most definitely. He's done a great job. And, you know, when you sign a player like Aaron Finch and a youngster comes up and does the job for you, he's got to be special.
Funny, because he's been miserly this tournament. We talked about the influence of Rashid versus someone like AB de Villiers as well. How much can he control this game?
Well, absolutely. He dictates for me whether Sunrisers win or lose this game.
So much riding on this game. Remember, 129 is the lowest total ever defended in the history of the playoffs. But we've got Graham Swan and Brett Lee in the house. How do you sum up that innings from RCB, Graham?
Well, I'll sum it up as a brilliant bowling performance by SRH rather than a very tepid batting performance from RCB. Sometimes on a big day, your big guys have to perform, and they did for SRH, but they didn't for RCB.
And bigger, all the bowlers, they were the stars of the
and when all the pressure's on, you can get a good ball at any one time. And Natarajan's got one of the best Yorkers, I said that word, didn't I? He's got one of the best Yorkers in cricket, and it was a brilliant Yorker to him. But, you know, he played so well, but, you know, someone else has to come to the party as well, and they didn't.
But it was Jason Holder that was the star of the show, so let's hear from him after this first innings.
Fire.
And of course, we saw something very unique today. Virat Kohli opening the innings for the first time this season, Graham, but he'll be disappointed with his means of dismissal.
Well, I think it's more unlucky than anything. If you topped it, they panicked, they've made too many changes, and so far in this game, they're well behind the 8 ball. They may, you know, you never know. 1-3-2 might be a good score, but it doesn't look like it.
You said it. so far they look in trouble, but there is still hope, and also versus Kings 11 Punjab. So Binga, they've got to believe because there's still an opportunity to strike.
The sun has risen on Hyderabad and Bangalore have got some challenges. That's
There you go.
That's the best way to look at it. I mean, look,
Brilliant in the power play. How crucial is he going to be up against David Warner?
Well, normally what he's got is either a big total to defend or a team's batting first. Whether he'll be as, dynamic.
The other being Yuzi Chahal. How critical is this man? Because if they've got to get this roadblock done and dusted, it's got to be through their spinners. Yuzi Chahal's been brilliant.
it does. And the spin option is set up from the paces at the front. They need 3 in the first 6, and that's when Chahal can come into his zone. He can turn the ball. He can get those different options and that pressure on those batsmen. So, but they've got to crack it up in the first 6.
Don't forget Moeen Ali.
Exactly.
He took over from the best looking spinner who's ever played for England.
A la Grant
He needs
Swan.
something after his golden duck.
Exactly. So we've come up with a name actually. It's like a clown duck, someone said.
A free duck.
A clown duck. We've run out for free here. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Yeah, also you've got the new opener in Shrivats Goswami, left-handed opening batsman. How much do you think they'll target him given that it's his first game here?
Yeah, he's a confident player though. He's a former teammate of mine and a very good player. He's got some good shots. Plays the short ball well, being vertically challenged. He's very good.
And of course, Navdeep Saini is also coming in, isn't he, Graham Swan? So what are you expecting from him in terms of...
32. It took something quite special to take it that far. And we've got Brian Lara and Bretley here in our studios on Byju's Cricket Live. Brian, how disappointed, how gutted will Virat Kohli be with that? Because they were almost there in a year that they thought they hadn't.
Yeah, he will be, and they played very good cricket. Sometimes a little bit inconsistent to find themselves.
Twins did a great job. That 8-over period there, that they really put the stranglehold on the batsmen and got themselves back in the game. And essentially came down to the Quicks trying to defend. They didn't have a good record, the Quicks, throughout the whole IPL in terms of taking wickets. But a couple of loose balls, a few bad errors in the field. Just wasn't their night tonight, and just didn't get enough runs. Let's be honest, they were about 40 short, I reckon, on that wicket. So, unfortunately, RCB, it's holiday time now for them.
It is. That elusive title still going begging at this point. But for SRH, what a knock by Kane Williamson. They go on now to meet the Delhi Capitals in that second qualifier, and they will want to get nothing but a win. But you've got to talk about Kane Williamson. Under pressure, gave us our Oppo performance of the day, and boy, was he special to watch.
The end, but at least taking them home.
How important was it to have him and Holder, two, as Brian said, leaders in their respective sides at the end when it mattered most, Bingo?
Well, you got two, national leaders out there,
And definitely this was our bingo moment of the day. The Sunrisers Hyderabad's winning.
Not against 4 teams, against the teams that all qualified for this semi-finals version of the game. So hopefully they can carry on and get to the finals by beating Delhi Capitals.
Well, Sunrisers will be thrilled with this. Let's take you down for the post-match presentation.